Hi everyone, this is OB1, and this is my LEGO Star Wars review for the 2017 Star Wars Advent Calendar. Personally, I don't collect the mini builds in these calendars, only the minifigures, specifically characters from the films, so I won't be covering any Clone Wars or anything like that. There have been a few versions of this Snowtrooper released over the years. Two different Snowspeeder sets, the First Order Snowspeeder and also the Microfighter version. I believe this is pretty much the same minifigure, but this one doesn't come with any weapon, backpack or the cloth piece that goes around the legs in the Snowspeeder. It's quite good though, it's always good to have minifigures in these advent calendar sets. It's just a shame, as I say, this one doesn't come with anything. I mean, at least the gun would have been better, but it's at least another one for the collection. It's certainly not the highlight of the calendar though. It's always good to get a Stormtrooper with these calendars. It's just a shame this one doesn't come with a blaster. It's the same First Order Stormtrooper design that's been released in many of the First Order sets. There isn't anything different about this one, other than, as I say, it doesn't come with any weapons. I think most people will be familiar with this minifigure anyway. It is quite well designed. I do like the First Order Stormtrooper design. I think it's better than the original Stormtrooper, with pretty good detail all around. So again, not a highlight for the calendar, but it's always a welcome addition to have another Stormtrooper. This minifigure has been previously released, but only in one set, which is the 2016 TIE Striker set from Rogue One. It's a very good minifigure. I do like the design. It's got really good design all the way around, both the torso and the legs. The helmet also looks pretty good. Underneath the helmet we don't just have an angry clone face, it has an earpiece and a microphone used for communication. It is a pretty good addition to have, especially if you don't have the TIE Striker set, then this is the only other set you can get this minifigure. The unnamed Imperial Officer is a very good addition. This is the only set where this is actually available as well, so if you do want this minifigure you have to get this calendar. The overall detail is pretty good, but of course with these officers, they're just wearing grey uniform, there's not much you can do to them. But what detail there is there, it does look quite good. I'm not sure if this officer is supposed to be based on a specific episode, but it looks quite generic. I would imagine it's probably one of the earlier episodes or perhaps Rogue One. But it does look quite good. This Resistance officer, who some people say is supposed to be Major Brance, is another very good addition. This is the only version of this minifigure, so if you want this minifigure you'll need to get the calendar. Although it's officially an unnamed character of a Resistance officer, I know a lot of people do say it's supposed to be Major Brance, and I can understand why. It does look a lot like him, so I'd imagine it probably is. The detail all around looks pretty good. He also comes with an alternative face, so he has quite a smug look and also an angry look. But a great addition. This unknown character, simply known as Uncker's thug, is of course one of Unker Plot's henchmen. He's hooded and appears to wear very scruffy looking clothes. He's obviously been sat in the Jakku desert for quite a while. He has a kind of metallic mask with goggles, presumably to keep the dust out of his eyes in the desert. He comes with his weapon, a kind of gold staff, and is seen briefly in the film fighting with Rey as he's trying to get hold of BB-8. If this minifigure looks familiar, he was of course also released in Rey's Speeder, released in 2015. But apart from that and this calendar set, he hasn't been released in any other set. And considering his lack of time on screen, I doubt he'd be released in any other sets. But it is a very good looking minifigure, and is one of the highlights of this calendar set, I would say. So overall I think this is very good value for money. Of course you get many other mini sets as well as characters from the Clone Wars. This is still easily available and it can be picked up online for probably less than what it was when it came out. So especially for these minifigures that I've reviewed, I do highly recommend it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments or suggestions, please leave them below. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos.